Brought to you by the Every Dollar app. Start budgeting for free today. Rachel's in Independence, Kansas. Hi, Rachel. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Better than I deserve. What's up?
Hello. I was wanting a little bit of advice, if you could, about my ex-fiance and I broke up about a few months ago, and we have, over the course of the last 5 years, racked up some debts that we have both of our names in, and I've been advised by family members, like, oh, the only way for me to start fresh and maybe get our names off of each other's stuff is to go bankrupt. And I just kind of wanted an outside perspective or outside piece of advice rather than just going off of like the lawyer's perspective.
Yeah, asking a bankruptcy lawyer if you're bankrupt is like asking a dog if it's hungry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
How old are you, Rachel?
I am 29.
Okay. How long y'all been broke up?
It's been about 2 months.
After 5 years, huh?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So how many different items are you attached to each other on?
It looks like only about 5-ish.
5-ish. Okay. What are the 5-ish items?
A house, 2 cars, and then at least 2, if not 3, loans. I'm trying to find out if there's another one that's in both of our names or just mine.
Okay. All right. No credit cards.
I have credit cards, but I don't believe both of our names are on the credit cards.
Okay. Any checking accounts?
Yes, I have.
With both names?
Oh, no, we didn't do that.
Oh, no, of course not. Okay. But both your names are on the cars and on the loans, on the house deed and on the loan?
Yes.
Okay. What's the house worth?
That's a good question. The lawyer says you should look on Zillow. I thought that there wasn't going to be any equity in the house, but from what Zillow says, it's worth $130, and we have 90 on it. But we just refinanced. I don't know how accurate that is.
Okay. And you signed all of that. Okay.
Signed all of it, yeah.
And what do you make?
I just got a new job, so I was making about 60-ish, 65 a year. Now with the new job, I will be making like around 80, 85.
Okay, all right. And what do you owe on the cars? Each car, each car, and what are they worth?
See, the one is worth 40. Well, we got the loan for $42,000. I think we owe about 30 something left on the truck, and then another car, it's around $20,000, and I believe we still owe around that. Okay.
And which one are you driving?
The car.
Okay. All right. Okay. And I'm assuming you have discussed this with him after the breakup. What's that sound like? What's that sounding like?
Yeah, we we divvied up expenses. Since he and the boys, I didn't want them to move out of the house. I decided to move out. So
I'm sorry, the boys?
He has boys from a previous marriage.
Oh, his sons.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. And they're in the house?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, what I would tell you to do, if you were my daughter, is to go, hopefully with someone in your family, just to sit there for moral support and not say anything. Sit down and meet with him in person and say, this is an ugly mess, and neither one of our lives go forward easily with this mess unless we together figure out some way to undo the mess. Here's my proposal to undo the mess. Okay. You refinance the house and get the mortgage off of my name, and I will deed it to you. You get the truck out of my name either by selling it or by refinancing it. I will do the same with the car that I'm driving. I will either sell it or I will refinance it and get your name off of it. That will leave only $8,000 that the two of us have to pay off together, and I'm going to aggressively pay that off probably in the next few months. Okay? Because if you don't do that, it's all going to land in his lap, and you will have filed bankruptcy for no reason. Because you're not bankrupt. You just have a partnership disillusionment. Another route you can go, technically speaking, but it's not very practical, is if he refuses to do what I just asked him to do, you can sue him for the disillusionment of a partnership. What you have technically, and you'd have to ask a different attorney, not a bankruptcy attorney about this, is my opinion is you have a general partnership without any partnership documents or agreements. The two of you, as two individuals that were not married, went and bought a bunch of crap together, and now that partnership has to be undone, and you're asking the court to force him to do what I just asked him to do. That'll cost you about $10,000, probably, if you're lucky. I wouldn't do with that. I might sue him just to get him to make him do it, and then the suit gets dropped. Hopefully you don't have to take it all the way to court, though. But filing bankruptcy on this, it's kind of like taking poison and hoping he dies. You're killing you when you file bankruptcy. And he gets all the debt. He's going to be left with the car, the truck, and the house, and the $8,000 debt. That's what he's going to be left with. All of that gets dumped on him when you're no longer on it because of bankruptcy. But you're free, but you now have filed bankruptcy, which is like dropping an atom bomb on a pissant in this situation. It's a little bit overkill. A lot overkill is what I'm trying to say. So I think the two of you ought to try to sit down and work this out like two mature adults. I have a feeling that's probably not possible, though. What do you think?
We have sat down and talked. So both of our, just over the last few years, our credit has tanked really bad. So we have talked about doing this in the future.
So how about selling all three of these things then? Sell the house, the truck, and the car. Everything gets sold.
Well, I mean, they wouldn't have a place to live. And
darling, there's all kinds of rental properties right there around Independence, freaking Kansas. And you get you a hoopty and you're not bankrupt and you got out of this mess. Yeah. Folks, ladies and gentlemen, when I tell you people shacking up not to do this, Rachel is a case study on why not to do this. Don't buy a house with people you're not married to. Don't act like you're married to people you're not married to. Don't set up life with people you're not married to. You get screwed in the process, metaphorically. This is The Ramsey Show.